Hey, two things before this video starts. Thing one, I got permission from the artist to upload this and use their track in it. When the final thing is out, I'm going to add a link in the description to go check out what parts he used and how it got mixed and stuff. So that's thing one. Thing two is the way I recorded this is through Photo Booth, and I use the UA Apollo stuff, which has an app called Console, and that has no latency, but the computer has some latency, and somehow when I recorded this, the audio from Photo Booth, there's a discrepancy between those two. So the guitar and microphone that I'm talking into and the guitar that I'm tracking is a few milliseconds ahead of Logic where the track was playing out of. I'm not exactly sure why that happened. There's something about the fact that it was recording from Console and Logic. I'm not sure. It's enough that it makes some of the pocket stuff that I was recording feel a little weird. It's a little ahead of the beat, but I don't know how many milliseconds, 5, 10, I'm not really sure. But it does make some stuff feel a little weird rhythmically. In addition, maybe to just me playing some stuff weird rhythmically. But factor that in if you're going to, judge the playing or whatever. Or don't, whatever. I think to do this right is kind of tricky. I think you need like 2 Logic sessions open. And I don't think you can record in 2 at the same time, or like you need a second computer or something. I don't really know how to do this right without getting that latency, because I'm recording through Console and Logic while tracking. I could just put a phone in the room, but that wouldn't sound as good. I don't really know. If anybody knows how to do this and route it properly, I'd love to hear from you. That's it. Enjoy. Okay, today I have a dog barking upstairs. Today I have a Overdub track, remote track from the website Sound Better. And I'm going to make a video about what I'm doing here. And hopefully this will be useful. So I just started by charting the tune. Pretty straightforward tune in A. In my old chart here. And I'll read you what the artist asked for when he sent this. He said, I want to rough it up, this song. For this song, my thoughts are Uncle Tupelo / Neil Young / Jayhawks, and maybe Dinosaur Jr. And wants a big solo. So, I'm pretty familiar with all those bands, and I did a little pass with just like my first instincts on stuff, and sent that to him and got some feedback. So now I'm sitting down to kind of do the actual thing. So the feedback I got from him was to do one restrained but complete pass through, which is similar to what I initially sent him, and then one over the top track with some country power chords, if that's a thing, he says. So we're going to do that, and then he asked if on one of these takes I could uglify the last chord of the song, which is, I like that term. He said he made uglify up, but it makes sense to me. So, real quick, what I'm using here, I have this Tyler, I think it's called a HM18 that I'm trying out. That's kind of like a Matchless / Marshall vibe. I usually use Fender stuff, but talked to John from Tyler and checking this one out. And good timing because this is a good session to use a sound like that for. Uncle Tupelo, Jayhawks, and Neil Young in a different way. But it's all, I guess I would say a little bit, I don't know the right way to put it. It's like a little bit more raw, maybe like junky in a positive way, sort of like trashy. So gritty. I really love all those bands and guitarists. Neil Young is one of my faves, especially on electric guitar. So I'm going to use this 335 because it's got humbuckers, but it's got this Duesenberg trim thing, which is kind of like a Bigsby. So that'll be cool for the Neil Young thing. Basically, I'm going right into the amp, using a little bit of a Strymon Flint for reverb, and just a bit of reverb before the amp. And this Hudson Broadcast is set up, which I'm not using right now, but I might use for the solo. I used it for the rough take of the solo, and I thought that sounded cool. And yeah, otherwise I'm going to keep it pretty dry and add effects in post if I want to, which would mostly just be some echo. Yeah, it's my first time doing this setup with the camera like this. So hopefully the levels are in the ballpark. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to do a take through that's kind of like what I sent him initially and go through the whole thing with that. I'll probably go pretty quick with these, and then I may come back and touch up stuff later, but you don't have to watch all that. So this has like an intro section, and since it doesn't have what we would call a re-intro section, I'm probably not going to make it so hooky. I'm just going to kind of play around with it and play a lot of sixths. Say that 5 times fast. Because that's what I did in the little demo I sent him. Okay, here we go. Okay, thought that was pretty cool. I'm going to use the quick punch feature on Logic to hit something fast. Actually, I'm just going to do the whole intro again to have one more like that. A quick punch. So I kind of messed up the same thing. Just going to do the end of that little section. Okay, so I'll probably come back and touch some of that up on this approach later, but that gets the idea for that vibe. So that was kind of what I had sent him initially. And then he asked for one that was slightly over the top. So I'm going to try to do that. He asked for big chords when the drums come in and stuff. And yeah, we'll do that. I guess the thing with this is that it's easy to play way less aggressively than you would live when you're playing at home, just sitting here. So, you know, that's something took me a while to learn and I'm still working on is, you know, playing big and rocking and risky even when you're sitting at home. So I'm going to do the intro too, even though what he was talking about here was more later in the song. And I'm going to use this trem a bunch, which I'm still having a little bit of a hard time staying in tune. And we'll see if I can get away with that. Okay, here we go. Probably going to put some trem on. And the first verse where there's no drums. So this is going to be more sloppy and rockin' over the top. Okay, here we go. Do that one more time, and then go through the rest. This, yeah, let's try again. that was actually pretty cool. However, I'm gonna punch where I played that B7. It was a little... When that stopped, I did a little bit too jazzy of course. So I'm gonna hit that again. And I'll probably just go a little past that. Because this is the pentagram, we've carried a great load. Now let's go to it in a row. Ain't going to hell as they ring the church bell. We won't fight. Okay, that was better. Sweet. Let's do a solo, and then like I said, I'll probably come back and touch these up, but just to get the idea of what's going on here. So the solo, oh yeah, I used the broadcast in that last one. And the power chords thing, I don't know, I used a lot of suspended chords like that. I think that sounds good in kind of alt country stuff. I actually think I might do a take where I just do some chops. I listened to Jayhawk's playlist driving around yesterday to get some more references and some songs like that. So I may do that. I'm going to use this broadcast for the solo and this like fuzzy sound. Get that going a little bit. Okay. I think that's okay, right there. So, I'm going to do that on top of this last track that I did. The church bells, we won't fight. Okay, so there's an idea. Kind of playing somewhat similar to what I played on these intros, anticipating some of those chord changes. I'll probably go through a couple other ideas, but I'll just do one more and yap a little bit about what I was thinking on this, and then I'll finish this up on my own, because you've seen enough. Let's do one more solo. The church bells, we won't fight. Okay, you can watch me punch one of these licks. little out of tune bend. Okay, so there I just did that quick punch feature, and let's see how that sounds. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that for now. Finish this off camera. I guess the only thing to say is I try to listen to references, especially if I don't know them. I was doing a session a couple weeks ago, and someone, or the producer, asked for a reference of The Blur, and I sort of knew what that was going for, but made a playlist of The Blur and listened to that. And yesterday, between sending this rough idea to this artist and then what I just did, got to listen to the Jayhawks. And I don't know, it's good to do your own thing, but it's also good to have the ability to make all these references happen if someone wants them. That's it. This one is fun. Pretty straightforward. Trying to make sure it's rocking, even though we're in the basement all by myself with headphones on and dogs barking upstairs. So, okay. Hope this was fun. See you later.